All right, hey, Pastors BJ and Dustin here, and we have a couple of tips for you, for the guys in particular, to help improve your marriage. And so that's what this is going to be, a top 5 tips that we have for you guys to help improve your marriage.
Marriage is tough, and as guys, we need all the tips we can get. You know, unfortunately, we don't have that intuitive nature, and in fact, the things we tend to remember don't always matter in marriage. I mean, BJ, you probably have lots of numbers in your head. Like, what was the first car you ever bought?
So I had a 1985 Mustang when I was 13 years old. It had a 3.8 liter V6 engine, and it was a hatchback. It was the coolest car.
Man, that's an incredible car. Numbers, engines, all those numbers stuck in your head. But
Oh yeah.
I was wondering, when's Brittany's birthday?
It's in April.
April.
Yeah,
April,
yeah.
okay.
So if I just celebrate the whole month, I'm good, right? That's kind of
but
how
I
it
think
goes.
you want to remember the important dates.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
guys, here's your first tip. BJ?
Number 1, remember the important dates. Birthdays, anniversary, probably kids' birthdays should be on that list as well.
Probably.
If you have a hard time with it, just get a tattoo with it on there and you'll remember it forever.
That's true. That's a great tip.
Tip number 2, Dustin, have you ever let yourself go?
I mean, sometimes I wander, you know, and like it's usually bad if I'm wandering at Sam's Club and I'm not following Kelly and she turns around and she says, "Where did you go?" And I was like, "I went to the electronics section."
I let myself go.
I like big television screens, and so I'm not always where I should be, right?
There you go. That's not exactly the let yourself go we're talking about. Tip 2, don't let yourself go. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself health-wise, looks-wise, and that way it'll increase the livelihood of your marriage if you're taking good care of yourself. Tip number 3, 4, and 5 are actually very serious ones. And tip number 3 that we have for you, prioritize God in your life first and prioritize your spouse then second. Why would that be important, Dustin?
There's lots of distractions. There's lots of things that don't matter, but we tend to think they do. And so what happens when our priorities shift, the quality of our life goes down, the quality of our relationships go down, and being honest, the quality of our marriage goes down because we're not prioritizing the things that matter most.
Absolutely. Tip number 4, learn your spouse's love language. This is something we have to do on a regular basis. Remind ourselves that your spouse does not always receive love the way that you do. So learn your spouse's love language. I'm learning this. I'm not very good at it. I'm trying to do better. Learn your spouse's love language so that you can speak love to them in the language that they hear. Hey, I am big into hunting and speaking the language of the animals. Using calls, the correct call for the correct situation. That's big. We need to do that in our marriages as well, not with calls, but with love language, I suppose.
That's right. Knowing your wife, guys, this marriage conference can be great for you to get to know your wife better, get to know how marriage works better. We've been challenged that we should have a PhD in our spouse.
Tip number 5 that we have for you guys is going to the marriage retreat that we have, our district marriage retreats, coming up November 5th and the 6th, and these dates are important to write down. Guys, we are setting this up for you. If you are not intentional with your spouse on the regular basis, this is an easy way for you to do that. It is so easy.
The ball has been placed on the tee, right? So we'll use golf analogies since we're talking to guys and giving guy tips. The ball's on the tee for you guys.
I was thinking T-ball. It's on the tee. There's a little tee and a big tee.
Same thing, bat, golf ball.
Yeah.
But the ball's on the tee, and this is your chance to make the plans to make this happen. So the first thing is clear the date. Make sure you clear the date November 5th and 6th. Make sure you get the babysitter lined up. Make sure you book a hotel room if you're going to do a hotel stay over the night. But the ball's on the tee, and this is your opportunity. Take the lead, take the initiative, and plan to make this an incredible weekend for you and your wife to be able to grow in their marriage, prioritize your relationship, and walk away with a stronger marriage. Guys, life is hard. The quality of your marriage impacts so much about you. We want you to have the best quality of marriage possible, and this retreat is going to be that way to make that happen.
So go ahead and go to our website, thriveyork.com. There'll be a slider on the main page that has the logo for the marriage retreat. Click on that. It'll send you to the registration page. It's only $40. So this is a very cheap date for you, a nice weekend away with you and your spouse to just improve your marriage in the way God would want you to and take it to that next step. So thanks for listening, and we hope you see you guys at the marriage retreat.